What it do, YouTube? MJN for Life here, back again, bringing you another Gen 6 Wi-Fi battle. This time it's going to be against Jules from the Slogan Forum. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to lead off with my Mamoswine, as another player leads off with his Rotom against my Mamoswine. Now, his Rotom actually outspeeds my Mamoswine, so I was thinking that he probably has a decent amount of speed investment in it, so that's going to influence my decisions later on in the match. But I'm going to go for the Icicle Crash here, just to get out some damage, and actually does a decent amount considering I'm burned. So, yeah, that tells me that he's probably not fully invested in defense. So because of how much that Icicle Crash did even after the burn. So here he's going to surprise me and go for the substitute. And I'm going to go for, I kind of just went for Earthquake for the low. That was probably maybe a bad decision on my part. But I really thought he was just going to go for the Hydro Pump. But this tells me that he probably has, Will-O-Wisp, Hydro Pump, substitute, and probably either Thunderbolt or Volt Switch. So that means he doesn't have Pain Split most likely. So that would be good to know. So if I can burn it, then his health will be whittled down slowly, and I don't have to worry about him recovering HP back up. So I'm going to go into my Trevenant, because my Trevenant can take on his Rotom one-on-one, because I do have the rest. So even if he burns me, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go for the Shadow Claw there, just attempting to break his sub with the next one. Even though I'm burned, I should be able to take his sub down, because again, I don't believe that he's really fully invested into defense. So my assumptions are correct. I am able to take down the sub with 2 Shadow Claws, even though I'm burned. And now here, what I'm going to do is actually predict him to switch, because he can't really touch me. He has Substitute, but it's like, you can't really do much to me. But he's going to go for the sub. I guess, I don't really know why he's staying in here, but I'm with the Leech Seed predicting the switch and something. But he's not going to go for that. So now here, he's going to go for another Hydro Pump and miss. But again, it doesn't matter, because I resisted, and a crit wouldn't have killed me, and I would have been able to get all the way back up to full health anyway. So here, I wasn't sure whether he had Thunderbolt or Volt Switch, and I figured if he had Thunderbolt, he would probably just straight up switch out, because he can't do anything to me. If he had Volt Switch, he would probably go for that. Now, so I'm going to go into my Togekiss, basically just in case he had Volt Switch, to take the Volt Switch. Togekiss is just pretty much a useless Pokemon, and I didn't really want any other Pokemon taking it, so he's going to go into his Gengar and reveal here that he has Leftovers and not the Mega Stone, so he actually does not have a Mega Pokemon, which is good, which is really cool, because I think that Mega Gengar is actually broken. It should be either anyway. But he's going to go for Sludge Bomb, and that does nothing. And I'm going to predict him to go into his Rotom here and go for the Sludge Bomb of my own, but he actually goes for a Shadow Ball and gets a crit, unfortunately. And I know probably, judging based on the damage that he did there, he's probably going to be enticed to stay in. So he's going to go for another Shadow Ball, and because of that, I'm actually going to go for a Scald here. And I do get a Revenge Burn on him, so take that for critting me, you jerk. And now I know that he's not going to want to stay in, because he won't be able to kill me, and his Gengar will just straight up die. And Gengar's really a useful Pokemon to have in a late game. So I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb here, expecting that Rotom to come in. This time I am able to hit the Rotom, and I know he's going to want to go for a Volt Switch here, and because he doesn't have any recovery other than Leftovers, even if he does opt to go for the Volt Switch, he's really just racking up Stealth Rock damage on his Rotom, and that's really, really good, so that'll make it a lot easier to deal with at the end of the game. So now he's going to go into his Greninja. I know that because I do have the Tentacruel, that he's probably more than likely not going to go for the Ice Beam, and instead going to go for the Dark Pulse, so I figured that Togekiss would be a safe switch, and even if he did go for the Ice Beam, I mean, again, Togekiss is not very useful. It's the most expendable Pokemon on my team, so he is going to go for that Dark Pulse, and that's going to activate my Citrus Berry. And actually, this is where Citrus Berry actually was much more beneficial than Leftovers would have been, because of the Citrus Berry, I'm able to survive with 1 HP and get off a Thunder Wave on the Greninja, which is really, really clutch. Togekiss just putting in work. Now, once again, I'm going to go for the Wish instead of just attacking, because and hope that he will kill me. Now, he took a very, very huge risk being paralyzed and going for the Hydro Pump. I'm not really sure why he did that. He could have gone for Dark Pulse or Ice Beam or anything else that was 100% accurate. But basically, my plan here is to take whatever move he has, because I'm a Tentacle with Assault Vest, so he won't be able to take me out, even with the crit, as he goes for the Dark Pulse, and then get some HP back with the Wish, so that way I can take on his Gengar a lot easier, and have a lot more HP to switch into his Gengar freely. So I'm able to take out the Greninja, and now he's going to go out into his Trevenant. Now, I do have Ice Beam here, but I went for the Sludge Bomb, trying to poison him just to see what type of Trevenant he was, but it turns out that he goes for a Substitute, and he has the Citrus Berry, so he's the sub-seeding kind, which is unfortunate for him, because I have Liquid Ooze, so if he attempts to Leech Seed me, he'll actually be taking away his own HP instead of gaining HP, so that is what he does. He does Leech Seed me, and he's actually going to be losing HP instead of gaining it. So here, I'm going to go for another Ice Beam. Unfortunately for him, I do get a crit, and that crit is going to really hurt him, because even though he gets a Citrus Berry here and is able to go for a Substitute, because of the Liquid Ooze, he's actually going to die from a Leech Seed recovery. Now, had I not crit him, he would have been able to get up a sub, but he still would have been low, very, very low, to the point where he would have died off next turn anyway. And he really can't do much to my Tentacle anyway, so I don't really think, in the long run, I don't really think the crit mattered too much. But he's going to go into his Rotom here, Volt Switch. I knew he was going to do that, and I knew he was going to expect me to go for the Sludge Bomb, so I'm going to go for the Scald, expecting the Fortress to come in, and I am correct in assuming that the Fortress would come in. Now, I get a burn on the Fortress. This burn absolutely 100% did not matter, because as you can see, the Liquid Ooze breathes him down to a point where the second Scald would have killed, so that burn didn't matter. The crit probably did matter on the Trevenant, but this one did not matter. So the hacks there's not too much hacks in this game. So now he's going to go on to his Rotom. Fine by me, he's just racking up more Stealth Rock damage on him, so I'm okay with this. And Tentacle has put in a lot of work, so I'm fine with letting him go down. As now he's going to... I also get the switch advantage here. He's going to go out into his Burn Gengar, and this is the perfect opportunity to go into my Kangaskhan just to finish off the game. Now, I'm not going to Mega Evolve just yet because I have seen Gengars running Hypnosis and Will-O-Wisp just for the Kangaskhan matchup, so I'm actually going to not Mega Evolve, use my Scrappy ability to take him out. And here, because his Rotom, I saw that because I'm assuming that his Rotom has some speed investment, I'm not really confident that I'll outspeed it, so what I'm going to do here is go into my Talonflame. I was initially predicting that he would go for Will-O-Wisp, expecting my Sucker Punch, but so I figured Talonflame was a safe switch, but now even if he kills it like he did there, I can just Mega Evolve here, go for the Fake Out again, and he can't really switch out, so I'm going to be able to take out this Rotom, and all that's left is going to be his Talonflame, which is going to take some massive damage due to the Stealth Rocks and due to the fact that he was not able to spin them away with his Fortress. Now, I know here that he has to go for the Roost. He has no other choice in predicting my Sucker Punch. So instead of going for that, I'm actually going to go for the Double Edge. Even if he had attacked me, because I have near max HP, and because Talonflame's attack is not the greatest, he would not have taken me out. So that's the game. Good game, Jules. Viewers, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, like, all the other good stuff, and I'm out of here. Deuces.